All right, I do want to make sure everybody realizes that your test is scheduled for February 4th. So write your test date down. We haven't had a quiz and we're 2 weeks in, and a chapter typically takes like 4 weeks. So we're right at the perfect time for a quiz. So you guys have a pop quiz today, first time ever. But it's actually a really generous quiz grade because you can work together on it. And it's online and you get 2 checks. So the idea here was to kind of encourage you guys to work together to go through and review what we've been covering the last 2 weeks. So that's happening today. What makes it different than a regular assignment online is, well, there's only 2 checks instead of unlimited, and it's going in the grade book as a quiz grade. So whatever score you get on that, every question's worth 2 points, and that's going to be your quiz for chapter 5. So hoping the communication will pay off as far as like retention and understanding. So we'll see how that goes. Test is in exactly 2 weeks. And that's about it. Tomorrow we'll do something new. Today's kind of a review. All right, over here you'll also see a review of the graphing we did last week. Let's take a look. You got your square root graph where you really like 0, 1, 4, and 9. It has an endpoint and an arrow. You got your cube root graph where -8 works, -1, 0, 1, and 8. You have arrows going both ways. And then here's the transformations we talked about. Reflecting across the x-axis, stretching and shrinking, shifting left and right, and that number is typically opposite, and shifting up and down. And then this one in green is more complicated, reflecting across y and horizontal stretches and shrinks. So that information is on page 447. So now let's do this one. Oh, both purples are not so good. All right. Well, right off the bat, this f of x equation isn't just cube root of x, it's the cube root of x minus 2. So this means shift the graph right 2 units. So typically the graph is at 0, 0, that turning point where it squiggles through. Instead of starting at 0, 0, I'm going to go right 2, and that's the center point. And then from there, it's over 1, up 1, and then it's over 8, up 2, because the cube root of 8 is 2. So I'm taking that parent function and I'm drawing it 2 units to the right, but I'm still from the center, over 1, up 1, over 8, up 2. And then I'm going to do that the other way. It's down 1, left 1, and then down 2, left 8 units from that center. So 8 units from the center would put you at -6. And there it is. Try to connect it in a smooth curve. Domain and range, all real numbers for a cube root function. So that's the sketch of f of x. Shifted right 2. Now we're going to do it again and go down 4. So I'm just going to look at where I have my center point, where the squiggle is, and count it down 4 units. And there's the new center point. And then I'm going to draw that whole shape again. Over 1, up 1, over 8, up 2. Bless you. And then it's squiggle through. And now let's just call this one g of x. It didn't say in the directions, but g of x is the cube root of x minus 2 down 4. So we'll put a minus 4 at the end. So we practice 2 transformations by hand, horizontal and vertical. The stretches and reflections are tricky though. So let's open up the assignment from Friday, and you can ask questions about reflections and stretches and shrinks, because that was all about graphing cube root functions. So go to Big Ideas and open Friday's assignment. Hopefully you've submitted it.
So I did it last night.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still good.
Mm-hmm.
It is overdue.
It did.
Yeah.
It's because I think you did 11.
At like noon or something. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm collecting it in like 10 minutes. So everybody who gets it in. Like 10 minutes. Do you wish now that you were doing it right now instead of last night? Okay. You would have no matter what. Oh, okay. I just don't like it when students get things done on time and then they get other people who don't get the same credit. It's not really fair. Just collect it right now.